We're going to go into how every middle schooler can throw the discus, and we're going to start right now. Okay, so a lot of you guys out there, you're trying to learn how to throw the discus. You're trying to implement specific techniques so that you can throw as far as you possibly can. And a lot of high school, a lot of middle schoolers, a lot of high school and middle school coaches will be, it's too hard to teach the full spin to a middle schooler. It's too hard for the middle schoolers to learn the full spin of the discus and to release it effectively. But what if I told you it's so easy that you can throw 200 plus feet? And that's what we're going to go into today. We're going to actually look at the middle school national record in the discus. And we're going to look at how the movement is done, how other middle schoolers can learn from this, and how coaches can learn from this, how you guys can apply this directly, and what cues we've used because we've coached the middle school national record holder in the discus at 212 feet and 8 inches. And this is, yes, I feel very privileged, and I've actually never really felt or never really thought that this would be something I would be doing, but I'm actually doing a technical analysis of my son. And so we're going to see what this throw looks like first, and then we're going to break it down. We're going to look at specific things. It's going to be hard, and I'm going to try and do this for you guys so that you can think through this as a righty. He does throw left-handed, and then we're going to break that down and share this with you guys. Okay, so what's up? The coveted celebration of Lincoln. This is similar to his celebration this past weekend. And I would say here, if we think about this throw, a couple different factors is like, it's pretty cool because there's not much wind here. There's a building over on this side blocking it. And that, as a lefty, it's tough to get decent wind. So the big factor here is that we want to see, based off this circle, okay, based off the orientation of the circle, we want to see him come around his right, okay? We want to see how wide at each geographic point, okay? Where's he at as he comes out of the back with that right arm? We want to see where he's at from pickup here. So where is his left? Is he still down as the right is past that 180 mark here? Okay, so that's starting to open. And then we want to look at each specific point. Okay, so one thing I'd say is Lincoln here sort of very aggressive with his right arm. Okay, so that right arm is like for everybody, pretty much the number one ignition factor of angular momentum. Right out of the back, you're going to get that in most throwers. Obviously, it would be the left arm. Okay, so with Lincoln here, he's got his right foot right there. Okay, and then we're going to be able to see what his left is doing as he passes. Now, right here, Coach Sam Weeks. So Sam Weeks coaches my son regularly. I only coach Lincoln on Sundays, and sometimes when I'm at home talking to him about throwing. So Sam's done a great job here getting Lincoln to keep that left foot dorsiflex. I think this is a really big point that we can improve with the middle school throwers. Okay, so the first thing that I want to just go back over here is as the middle schooler opens, in this case it's Lincoln, this arm should be level. I like the level arm there. And then here I want a dorsiflex left foot. Okay, so dorsiflex left foot right here. Ideally, this would have stopped. His right foot would have stopped like right here. Okay, and he'd have his right hip over more. So that's something we're trying to fix. Now, that would help him if his right foot stopped earlier, he'd get his left down sooner. Okay, so I think his left could have been down a bit earlier. So he was over-rotating slightly, but he only had 4 throws in this competition, and they used a laser to measure. 3 out of the 4 were over 200 feet. So he had a pretty good series going. Left's a little bit long. As soon as his left hits, I do like that right arm position. I do like the discus position here with the high point. Okay, so that's another thing that we can think about as middle schoolers is if we can get them to get around out of the back with a dorsiflex sweep and a controlled arm out of the back when they ground. We want that high point, and we want the right arm or the left, if they're a right-handed thrower, just have a little bit better control. And then when that would come down, we would have a nice stretch through this whole left side here. Now his right arm's a little bit forward, but he does have decent mobility from that left side. He's a swimmer. He still swims, and I think that does tend to help him a little bit. I really like Lincoln here with his right foot. Okay, so his left starts to rotate. And you can see here how well he sort of sits through this finish. That left hip, then the left arm. He squares up here. He's sitting on that right foot right at this point. I really like how that position is dialed in for him, because it helps him stay out on it, and then he ends up smashing that finish. So to go back over this, the geographic points would be, what's he doing right out of the back at pickup? Okay, and we got to think back through this. We want to see this open. Okay, we want to see that open, and then a good push from that while the right side is level. I would like his hip to be over, and I want that right foot to stop right here. Lincoln's right foot over rotates a little bit. He has a good sweep leg there. That's dorsiflex, level right. Okay, this hip here falling, you can see that hip. That determines where your foot's going to go. So you can see why he over rotates. It's related to that right side out of the back. Now, I like the high point. I like the right arm hold. Good position. He comes off of the right foot a little late here, which is why his right foot is a little late at the front. Okay, right here. But this position is where you see why you need to do your mobility, because if you can catch this position here, keep the discus back, that's why everybody needs to be doing their mobility. And then if you can stay patient on the finish, everything will be rotating forward. And if this was taken from the right side, you would see he has a semi-bent right leg. Right arm is semi-bent. Discus is out here. And that helps him get that good release with the edge down right there. And I think that's another big factor, is that when you fly with the edge down, just a little bit with that edge down, that plays a huge role in how effectively you can execute this. So let's go back, and I want everybody to take notes on each position, how it builds, the position out of the back builds on the tempo. Okay, so you see that tempo building. That's a big player in how far you're going to throw. So it's how much time do you spend coming around out of the back. And I want everybody, Christoph Kipp, this is peer-reviewed research that is backing this up, is that the longer you're in your preparation and entry, so that's like as you sweep and come off, the further you will throw. So if we have a long sweep leg, okay, step one, get the middle schoolers to have a long sweep leg. Step two, sweep leg down early, push off the non-dominant leg. So push off your left leg early. Push off the left leg early. Step three, get a high point. Okay, you can get that high point and hold. And then once you can do that, then the next step, get that foot down, hold that position as patiently as possible so that you can accelerate as well as you possibly can. Because what ends up happening is the speed of release is correlated to the hand and to the shoulder rotational velocity and the hand horizontal velocity. So wide out of the back, get off, get down, hold that middle position as the right leg comes down fast, finish forward as effectively as possible. That's the step-by-step process that every single thrower can take that's in middle school. They can take this step-by-step process. They can dial in that sweep position. They can dial in each specific area to improve their overall execution and lead to those ultimate PRs. If you guys need help with your training, head over to throwsuniversity.com. We're going to help you guys follow a program, execute it, get better over and over again. Click the first link in the description. Head over to throwsuniversity.com so that we can help you throw far and PR. Peace.